I don't know about you, but quite frankly, I'm sick of waiting for Switch 2. And it seems like I'm not the only one too, because judging from the leaks that have come out over the last few days, it looks like Switch 2 is pretty much here. So this information's coming out of a leaker's mouth who correctly identified the entire slate of Nintendo Direct's content in the June Direct last year. To get every single announcement corrected in that Direct with no prior knowledge definitely implies this guy has some sort of insider information that we're not aware of. On top of that, these pictures that we're getting in look incredibly well made if these are fakes. I mean, this shit looks legit. I don't know about the old JoyConBoyz leak last time when you had that fake Switch that etika had commissioned, but this shit looks real. Now, that's not to say that it couldn't be fake. I don't want to count anything out. We know people, the longer time goes on, and I can tell people are getting desperate, you know, 7 years on from the Switch. We're getting desperate for news, anything at this point, so this is the perfect time to prey on that. But coming from a guy that's already identified all of the information in a prior Nintendo Direct exactly correct, and the legitimacy of these pictures in terms of the quality and the production that's gone into this, a part of me is thinking this might be legit. He's also hinted at the fact that we could be getting our first look at the Switch as early as the first week of January, so just know if Nintendo tweets anything out about any first look reveal, surprise directs, an upcoming look at the Switch 2, you know for a fact that these images here are most likely 99% sure legit. I can't blame Nintendo for wanting to get this shit out as soon as possible if this January reveal is accurate, because this has been leaked all over the internet already, and you know what Nintendo are like with leaks. They'll cease and desist first, ask questions later. Not to even mention the D-brand leaks that took place a couple weeks ago that literally shows new cases and accessories for the Switch. Now, whether or not this is them trolling or if it's legit, regardless, all this prodding and poking at the Switch 2 news is going to want to pressure Nintendo into actually giving the real information out for shareholder purposes alone, even if these leaks turn out to be fake or if they're real. Regardless, it's not a great outcome for Nintendo. Let's take an actual look at these leaks in HD. The first picture seems to show some kind of back shot of the Nintendo Switch 2's dock, which, I mean, I've got to say, does look radically different from the Switch 1. So it looks like the new dock's going to be a bit more compact, rounded off, not as square and as bulky as the original, which is interesting. I wonder if that's going to serve any design purpose, or if it's going to be anything to improve gameplay-wise, because they've got to catch up with PS5, Xbox, and Stream Deck at this point, because they're so far behind. It's even got all the information on the back that looks like it would be part of an official Nintendo dock, so far looking good. And then you take a look at the side view of it, and you kind of see that they've changed the slide-in parts for where the Joy-Con normally goes. It's like a plus sign at the bottom for whatever reason, and some sort of metal rod in the middle. This might be to prevent the Joy-Cons sliding out of place, because I've found a lot of time in handheld, they'll slip a little bit out, and then it'll be like disconnected Joy-Cons, which is a massive pain in the arse. So maybe this will be how they just click and slap back off magnetically, and that might be an easier option for Nintendo. Does make me wonder if that means the OG Joy-Cons will be compatible or not with the new Switch. Would kind of suck if not. And then arguably my favourite part of this leak is the front side of the Switch dock, which actually shows they're confirming Switch 2 as the moniker if this leak does end up being real, which is definitely the smart play from Nintendo, and it's the first time they've committed to naming a console a direct sequel with the number 2 in its name rather than a Wii U or a Switch Pro or a 3DS. So it seems like they're going to commit, if this is legit, to doing a full-on sequel to the Switch as a successor. Outside of these pictures, you've got tweets from the original leaker over on X who's been talking about other details that aren't in these pictures, such as the Joy-Con color scheme for the launch. Apparently we're looking at a burnt orange and black and a baby blue, which is definitely an interesting color combination for the Switch 2, but it's definitely different. So I suppose if they're trying to distinguish this from the original Switch, then yeah, those colours will do that. Definitely helps them move away from that neon red and blue that the Switch 1 is synonymous for, and gives it a much more clean, new colour scheme going forwards to establish it as its own console. I guess we'll find out in due time how accurate these leaks are. Hopefully by the time this video goes up, Nintendo will have already confirmed a direct or first look at the Switch, and we'll know for definite. I mean, I'm not against being proven wrong, but so far these pictures only validate previous claims we've had throughout all of last year in regards to the Switch being Switch 2, and the Joy-Cons being worked on to overcome the main issue of Switch 1, which was the drift. So it looks like having that logo on the front of the dock and having these new like designs in the slits on the side of the Switch kind of implies there'll be 2 issues Nintendo are tackling head on. That's all from me for now. Be sure that if the Switch 2 does get confirmed later this month, we will be there live streaming it on this channel, so don't miss that. Thank you all for checking in with this video. Appreciate seeing you as always, and have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.